water got there.
Oh.
I'm always spilling on myself. That's secure. There's the waistband. Okay, that should fit. I'm really loving how these stitches are looking on a 5mm hook. They look compact. My goal is I don't want it to look too loose. This might be what we end up going with, because even when I try to stretch, you can see it's giving a little, but it's going to be stretchier with the 5. I might have to stick with this. I mean, this is the look I was going for. Do I even need to try 4.5mm? This is actually the swatch on 5mm, and I really like how this looks. I like how tight and close these stitches look together. I think, because even when I give it a little bit of pull, it's not too bad. I don't think 4.5mm, I don't even think I have enough yarn to even attempt that. It's, you know, we could do it, but I'll just do 4.5 to see. Okay, making some progress on these shorts. I think this is only about 5 or 6 rows, and I'm already loving how they look. I'm trying on every like 1 or 2 rows, and yeah, we're in a good place. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. I just woke up actually, and I just had the urge to crochet. This is my progress so far on the shorts. So I just actually pinpointed where I'm going to put increases. I'm honestly just going to eyeball this. I'm going to do a round, normal round, and then another increase round, and I'm going to shift where I'm going to place the increases over by 1 or 2 stitches. I already want to make another pair, and I'm not even done. I can foresee how cute they're going to be, and they are very fitted already. I think the 2x2 rib really helped keep that waistline intact, and yeah, they're so soft. I love them, and you cannot see through. Like, I've been trying them on, you can't see anything. So I'm really happy I went with the 4mm crochet hook. My second round of increases, and it's like mid hips, or mid, like middle of my butt, I guess. But yeah, I have my little helper, and we're making good progress. It's kind of like giving skirt before skirt. Since these are trial and error, and I'm just trying to learn the fit of it, how I want them to be, I am going to split for the gusset. Sorry, not split. I'm going to create the gusset right now. I'm watching this tutorial by Katie Jocelyn, and I'm watching how she creates the gusset right now, and I will see how they fit. If it's just too tight or too tiny, I will go back and you know, redo it, do a couple rows and then redo it. But I thought of doing an extra row before doing the gusset, but I think they are fitting pretty snugly how I like, and I'm going to end up doing biker shorts anyway, so it doesn't matter the length of them right now. Whether they're cheeky or not, I'm still going to add more length. I have this much yarn left, and I'm a bit nervous, but since I'm crocheting, I'm using more yarn, so I want to hurry up and split this gusset so I can cast on the knitted ribbing for the like thighs and like the leg holes. And I do have just like this little bit left. I do have a gauge swatch up here. I could dig into that if I absolutely need to, but yeah, this is where we're at right now. A little update. It took me so unbelievably long to understand the gusset math. My count was always off and I couldn't understand why I wasn't understanding. I was considering the beginning of round stitch in the count when I should have just disconnected my yarn and should have like not even thought about it, because that was the turning chain like stitch anyway, so it didn't even count, so it was just throwing my math off. And yeah, so I figured it out, worked the gusset back and forth. These are 10 stitches wide on both sides, and then I'm going to, like, you know, hold it up every once in a while. I'm really loving how it's turning out. This yarn is so soft, but it's even softer after blocking, which I'm really excited about. And this yarn actually doesn't stretch very much, which is really nice. I am just a little bit concerned because this is crochet, and I do know crochet stretches a little bit more, but I have been trying to, you know, stay true to keeping these as tight as possible, knowing that they are going to stretch a little bit. But I am not too concerned about that, especially the waistband. It's holding up really nice, and I'm going to weave an elastic thread into it anyways to reinforce it and make sure it's a little bit more cinched to my body and my waist. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how that goes. Luna Lou, any updates?
That garlic, that juicy garlic. Make sure to get some of that on there. Whew. Now this is a good amount of shrimp.
Going to do 10 stitches wide for the gusset. I just connected the center stitches from the front back. The reason why I was so confused is because I did do increases in the fuller, wider hip section, and I still wanted it to be center and lined up to exactly where I put those increases, and my stitches were off, and I just kept getting confused with the count and the math. But I finally understand. I watched the tutorial and I did a little bit of research. I'm really glad I get that now, and for the future that will be much easier. And I do want to make another pair pretty soon. Okay guys, I don't know how I feel about this. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy July 1st. I did want to give a little update on the shorts. So I made the gusset last night. So it took me, and what I was trying to explain in my previous videos, I don't know if you could hear me, but I was trying to explain that every time I counted the middle of the shorts, my count on the left side and the right side was off. Trying to move the stitch marker over to even it out, and it kept being off. But my problem was I wasn't counting the stitch markers that I was blocking off as the front and the back center stitches. So each count it was off because I wasn't counting the stitches that I was supposed to be counting. We'll have a lot of yarn. Like, this is all the yarn I have left. This was a scrap project in the beginning, and now it's staying true to its name. So I'm really hoping that I at least have enough to, well, I I have about 7 rows of the gusset. I'm going to do 8. I already measured it. I tried it on last night. I will try it on again before I end up attaching. But this is my first time making a gusset. This is my first time making shorts. I am just along for the ride. I have been loving this process. It's so fun. I love the knitted ribbing and then doing the crochet body. I just think it looks clean, and I haven't seen shorts like this before, so I'm really glad that I trusted myself to achieve the look that I wanted. But with that being said, I'm going to do another row on both sides, so it's 8. Then she does show that you just slip stitch into both sides so that it attaches the fabric, and then I'm assuming we're going to go in the round to build up the leg holes. So yeah, I'm really hoping this much yarn can last. I was kind of thinking of going to the yarn store and maybe getting something that looks very similar, that won't be so hard to tell, because I did say I wanted these to be biker shorts, and I don't know if the yarn that I have left is going to allow that, so we'll see. But this is what we have so far. Yeah, I will say though, I did have this cotton merino lying around from another project. If you have been here since the crochet sewing vlog and like the poncho making, and you know that I was making a poncho for my Nana, and I struggled to find the yarn that I was looking for because it was discontinued, and I got it as a gift during Christmas. And I searched on Ravelry. Everyone has it in their stashes, but not to be sold. And I ended up, she already has it, like it's done, but it ended up being like different colors of purple, and yeah, but she loves purple. She ended up really loving it, and so I'm really happy about that. But I did only use very little of this ball of yarn. Concept by Katya. It's a cotton merino blend, and it's so soft, and it reminds me of the same bounce and texture. I think maybe similar thickness as this yarn. I'd say this one's a bit thinner. In my head, it's not looking right if I add this color, so we'll see. I do have my Yarn Swift arriving tomorrow. I'm so excited. I've been pushing off starting this knitted shawl that I got yarn for during local yarn store day, and I'm pretty sure that was in May. So it's been a little while I've held on to that yarn. I really want to use it because I really want to make a summer shawl. I've been looking at a lot of projects on Ravelry, and I have too many options to choose from, but because I only have one skein and it's about 400 yards, I don't have a whole lot of yarn to work with. Really excited for all the projects that I now can make because I know how to do German short rows. I'm just feeling really good, and yeah, I can't wait to see how these shorts turn out. I can't wait for my Swift, and I can't wait for all the projects that I get to cast on soon. Okay, I just ended up attaching the gusset. I weaved in most of my ends, and I actually tried it on, and it's pretty snug. I would have showed you guys, but it's just, they're way too tiny. I have connected one leg. I've only done one round, but this is all the yarn I have left. I really don't know about this, but yeah, I really don't know. I keep holding this up, and it's not working for me. It's not working. I also did go to the yarn store today. I only went because I ran out of yarn for the shorts. Y'all saw I was like cutting it close. I'm not going to do that purple pink. It's not going to work. So I ended up actually getting, let me show you. Get some headway with these shorts. They're actually like kind of a pair of shorts, diaper, undies situation. So let me show you guys why I had to go to the yarn store. So I have a stitch marker right here in the back. This is just letting me know it's the back. So these are the shorts if you were to look at them from the front. I made the crotch gusset. That was interesting. So I'm glad I took the patience to learn that, because I was gonna do it the normal way, which I see a lot of crochet tutorials where it's just a chain stitch and you're connecting from the back to the front or front to the back, whatever, and then you build it up that way. I thought that's what we were going to do, but then she was like, if you want a more fitted version, then try this. And I have been trying it on. It's so nice, so fitted. And I actually already did a row on each side of the legs. I'm not sure if you can tell. The stitches are kind of going a different way right there. So I actually ended up getting this yarn in a kit by Sierra Peruvian Yarn. I got the kit for Christmas. I made the all seasons cowl and they gave me 2 skeins of yarn. I only used one for the cowl and I had this extra yarn left over. And so I got this far with just the one ball. They're not the pair of shorts that I wanted because I wanted them to be longer. So I had to go to the yarn store, and I was in there on a mission. I've heard really great things about Juniper Moon. I'm going to try it with just one strand. If it doesn't end up meeting the thickness I want, I will do 2 strand. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to make this work. So my Swift is here. These are the shorts. Pretty much everything is done except weaving in these ends, and I do have to do the elastic on the inside of the waistband, but these are the final product. I don't know if I'm going to do a block because the alpaca cotton actually doesn't stretch that much. I learned that from the cowl. And then I just have a little bit of superwash merino in here of the legs. So I actually don't think I'm going to block, just do a quick little wash because I don't want it to stretch too much. They're just a perfect fit pretty much everywhere, and I just don't want to risk it. But I also did hold 2 strands together, so I don't expect these tight stitches, especially on a smaller hook, much smaller than the yarn called for. I don't expect it to do a whole lot of stretching, and I'm just really happy with how they turned out. Happy 4th of July, guys. Here are the shorts. I just finished adding the elastic waistband and I love them so much. They're super flattering, super fitted, and I'm glad I did the increases and decreases where I did. I did them along the inner thigh on both sides, front and back. And then I obviously added more increases in the back. I'm just really glad I took you guys along for my first ever knit / crochet shorts. I have not done a wash. I'm thinking I'm not gonna block them. I'm just going to do like a 3 to 5 minute wash, soaking in the Eucalan to soften it up and relax the fibers a little bit. But I did use superwash merino on the legs, so I don't want it to stretch too much. And they're really soft, they're really comfortable, and I think they're really cute. I just took these shorts off of the blocking towel I had, and they fit. They fit really nicely, like really nice. They did not stretch. They're still fitted, and I love them. I think they're nice. What do you guys think? How did I do? Hi guys, just finished drying. These are how they turned out. I am so happy with how these shorts turned out. They're exactly how I envisioned them. I just tried them on and they fit like a glove still. The concern is that they weren't going to fit properly after blocking because there is some superwash merino in the scraps that I used for the leg. And I was just a little nervous that even though I was holding it together with the cotton merino of the Juniper Moon, I was just nervous that it was going to stretch, but I'm really happy they didn't. When I was making them, I kept trying them on and I was just like, oh, these are gonna be so cute, so cute. So, okay, let me just show you a little bit about them. I did the knitted waistband. So that was one of the first things that I thought about when making these shorts. I definitely wanted it to have the knitted looking waistband. I wanted it to be very cinched. I just love the look of 2x2 rib in knitting. And so I did do that on the shorts. Did the bind off with the crochet hook. I just wanted the stitches to be easier to pick up with the crochet hook. I actually ended up doing the waistband twice because my first time around, I ended up doing the bind off with the crochet hook. That was the same size as the needles I used. I used a 5mm to do the waistband. I tried them on and I couldn't even get it past my legs. So I redid it. I ended up using a 6mm crochet hook, just one size up from the original one, and that was perfect. It was still a bit tight, but it was manageable. So it got me thinking about this top. I used the same crochet hook size that I used for the neckline, and I think that's why it was too tight. And I knew that from previous experience, but for some reason it wasn't clicking to me. And now I know why this neckline was too tight in the beginning, because I needed to size up my crochet hook. I know for next time, and now this neckline has been stretched kind of beyond its limits. Thankfully it still cinches in a little bit, but I have stretched it beyond belief. I ended up doing double crochets for the body. In the tutorial that I was looking on how to do the construction for the shorts, because I've never made crochet short, I used Katie Jocelyn's gingham crochet shorts tutorial on YouTube. I also learned how to do the gusset shaping. So on the normal tutorials that I've seen for the crochet shorts or crochet pants, there's usually just a chain of however long connecting the front and back, and I think you just go from there. And that's actually what I was going to try doing because I thought that was the only way. And I did actually end up weaving an elastic into the waistband, so it allows them to be a lot stretchier. I'm really happy I did that. I knew I was going to do that from the get-go because I think it's kind of just a given when it comes to crochet and knitted clothing, because you know they do stretch out over time. I do want it to keep elasticity, especially in the waistband, just because you know I did do more shaping in the butt area, so the waist is going to be smaller. I didn't want it to stretch out too much, and then I don't have a waistline anymore that will stay up. Cannot see at all from the other side. And yeah, I'm just really happy how they came out, and I loved making these. I actually ended up getting rid of about 3 different yarns, and I did go to the store and I bought the Juniper Moon cotton merino, but I needed something that would work with this project. I did not want to throw something random in here, and honestly I did not have a lot of options, especially dark colors. I really want to make more crocheted clothing and find the versatilities in both knit and crochet, and I feel like I've just kind of made the perfect project for myself, and I'm really happy with these. And I really love the look. I have not really seen anything like this, so I'm really happy with how these turned out. So why I made them in the first place is because I've just been on a deep dive of knit crocheted shorts. I was looking for a pair of shorts or pants that were both knit and crochet, and I didn't find the pair that I had envisioned. So I decided, why not just design a pair, make a pair, and now I really love them. I was already thinking of a next pair to cast on. I would really love to make these in like blue or red, especially while summer is still hot. I just got a yarn swift, which is really exciting. I can't wait to wind my first skein. I am kind of holding off on that because I wanted to finish these shorts. I've been a monogamous knitter and crocheter the past few months just because I do want to finish my projects, and especially like making tops, it takes time, and especially if I'm learning new things, it's going to take even more time. So I've just been trying to stick to one, but I have just been itching to cast on the few projects that I've been thinking about that I've gotten yarn for lately. So stay tuned for those. Those will come very soon, and I just casted on a project that I have been waiting a whole year, what feels like, to cast on. I'm really glad that I got this project out of my brain and into the world, and now I can just enjoy wearing these shorts all summer long. Now that I finally know how to do German short rows, I feel like I can do anything. I can do anything. And also the writing vlogs. I am currently working on draft 3 of my novel. I am a couple chapters away from the midpoint, and I just set a deadline to finish this draft by the end of August. I'm just so thankful, and I just want to say thank you to all of the beautiful faces, all of the sweet comments, especially on my last video. Thank you for the love, because I love this top so much. And if you're on the fence about casting on the Devon top, please do it. You will not regret it. There's so many ways you can modify this top. This is my second one. I will definitely be making others. I already have plans to make a third one in the fall/winter time, and that will be a long sleeve. Hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July. It was popping over on this side of town. My cats were freaking out, but they tend to freak out over just about anything. But it was a chill weekend for us. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.